I'm going to San Antonio right now. I just left Sabinal and I'm moving towards the Annis. I used to drive to Denton from Uvalde earlier in 2018, in 2017 fall and 2018. So my wife was doing PhD in University of North Texas at that time. And for 1.5 years I used to drive to Denton from Uvalde, which is 385 miles. And it used to take 6 to 8 hours, sometimes up to 9 hours. Now here, the small town of the Annis. It's quite a small town, and this town will lead me to Hondo. There is that sign that shows the distance to Hondo and San Antonio. Okay, it's quite close. Hondo is 8 miles and San Antonio is 49 miles. It's quite dark now. Here we are on the way to Hondo. Hondo is not that far. Almost the Hondo city. I can see the lights. Here we come. This is the town of Hondo. You can see Church's Chicken on the right, and the next restaurant is Billy Bob's Hamburgers. This is popular hamburger in Hondo, and they have opened one store in Uvalde too. The DQ on the right. This is Yachibi of Hondo. Whataburger again. We have Whataburger in Uvalde. Whataburger is everywhere in Texas. It's the giant fast food chain in Texas. And here is Burger King, which is almost everywhere in the US. That's what I'm eating right now. So right now we just past Hondo. And towards San Antonio. The next stop or next town is Castroville, which is 15 miles from here. It's too dark. Lonely road of Texas. Texas is huge. It's like bigger than Spain or France. And the big cities are scattered, like in the southeast, Houston, in the north, kinda east, northeast is Dallas and Fort Worth, and west of Houston, which is south, and then like kinda in the middle of the Texas, south is San Antonio, which I'm going right now, and kinda northwest is Lubbock, and if you go further west towards the north, there is Amarillo, and the city from San Antonio, the one that goes to west, like the westernmost city that touches New Mexico, is El Paso. And southernmost city is, I think that is what, McAllen, or yeah, something like that. McAllen and other neighboring cities, they are in the southernmost region. San Antonio is 5 to 6 hours south of Dallas and 5 hours north of McAllen. So it's kind of in the middle of Texas, little towards south. Let me eat my food. Right, I'm hungry too. It's about 9 9 o'clock. Houston is the big city in the east, and El Paso is the big city in the west, which is far west, and it takes around 8 to 10 hours from San Antonio. That far, and still San Antonio is like 4 hours from Houston. It's about 12 or more hours from Houston to El Paso. Quite a long distance if you wanna go from east to the west in Texas, and if you wanna drive from south to the north, from the southern tip, the McAllen to the Dallas would be around 12 hours, more than 10 hours. And if you want to go to Amarillo, which is close to Colorado, well, Amarillo is close to the panhandle of Oklahoma, I guess, and it's not that far from Colorado. It's close to Colorado. I drove through Amarillo to Colorado like 4 years ago. If you drive from south to north, that will be from here to Lubbock it's 6 hours. So Amarillo will be 7-8 hours. It's still more than 12 hours, 12, 13, 14, and we are here in Castroville now. This is the town of Castroville, which is a small town next to San Antonio, where I need to slow down. Wow. It's a downhill, and then the vehicle doesn't stop at all. It just goes faster and faster. You have to put your feet on the brakes all the time while riding this downhill, and the speed limit is reducing. It goes from 50 to 40 all of a sudden in the downhill. That doesn't make any sense, but maybe that makes sense. But because if you don't slow down, then there are a lot of accidents. So obviously you need to slow down to 40 in the town like this. But what I really don't understand is whether it's 50, why don't they slow down before it goes downhill? Why don't they just make it 40 over here? That's what makes sense to me. That's what I wanted to do, instead of putting the lower speed limit right on the middle of the downhill. Okay, whatever it is, maybe they want to collect some revenue as well, because more people get trapped in here in the downhill. The middle of Castroville, you can see Sammy's restaurant on the right, and it's green. I need to go. So they have buffalo wings in this Sammy's restaurant. Buffalo wing, that is like quite interesting to those who don't know about the American culture of naming this buffalo wing. Actually, I'm from Nepal, and buffalo means water buffalo that's found in Nepal. And United States has that bison, which is buffalo, which is called buffalo. But that buffalo wing is not the meat of buffalo. It's just chicken. It's a chicken wing made in a certain way, and then you can eat with different sauce. And one of the sauce you can try is buffalo sauce, which is not a buffalo meat. It's just a little spicy sauce, and US There is not too much spicy sauce. But in Texas, you can find quite hot sauces too, because Texas has this Mexican culture. A lot of Tex-Mex food too. They are quite spicy, quite chili hot. A lot of chili we need in here. People love like chili. I think more than other places in the United States, like the southern regions, Texas, New Mexico. I don't know much about Arizona, but maybe California, where there are like a lot of Mexican culture. Here I am outside of Castroville. There's nothing, pretty dark. Just some agricultural field, and the San Antonio is not too far, very close. It's less than 30 miles. The airport I'm going is about 35 miles maybe from Castroville. Now the urban vibe, you can see now. You can see a lot of lights. It's outskirts of San Antonio, and it's growing. A lot of houses are being constructed now. The city is growing bigger. Texas is one of the very fast growing state in the US right now. Cities in Texas like Austin is one of the fastest in the US in terms of population boom. San Antonio is growing faster. Big, huge city. 24th largest metro in the US and 7th largest individual city. That's big, right? Impressive. Houston is the largest and San Antonio is the second largest. In terms of metro, Houston is second largest and Dallas-Fort Worth is largest in Texas. Let me see if I can remember top metros in US. New York is the top one, about 20 million or more people, I guess. And next is LA. LA is around, I don't know how much, more than 10 million. It's definitely more than 8 million. 10, 12, I'm not quite sure on that. And after that is, I guess, Chicago. Chicago is another big metro. So after that, probably is it Dallas-Fort Worth. Okay, that's all about metro. Let's talk about San Antonio now. I'm too close to San Antonio. I don't like to stay much in the big cities, but still it feels good to travel sometimes, right? After staying in a small town, being close to nature all the time, sometimes you get bored and you want to see the infrastructures, see the things what the fellow humans have done. It's kind of big achievement in human civilization, big structures, big things, technology, all modern machines. It is, but sometimes it's irony, it's tragical that we are not taking too much care of the nature while we are building things, while we are being civilized. Sometimes we are not being super conscious, not being conscious. I should say, don't have to be super conscious, just have to be conscious about the nature that we live in. We are a part of nature, we are not different from nature. So we cannot put nature aside. People are trying to go to Mars too, right? Maybe it's a good idea to colonize people. Human is curious, so it's good to be curious and good to explore. That's what everybody does. That's what I did. I came from Nepal to US. That's a part of exploration. I wanted to explore the world, and because of my curious nature, being human, I wanted to travel far away. I still want to explore more. I have passion for exploration of places around the world. Though I have not been to too many places. Not anywhere except US after Nepal, I think. Except one or two border towns of India and China. But yeah, I want to explore, and you might be curious what it is. It's San Antonio. I'm already inside San Antonio. You saw that when I was merging that road from that bridge, that what is called that merge, the one that went high and then went down. It is just this. Some sort of bridge or flyover road. Sorry, I don't know what to call this road exactly. San Antonio is getting bigger. There was not many of these